All right, good morning. Wednesday morning is when I'm usually shooting these. However, shooting it in a little bit more pleasant space. Now today we did some reconfiguring of and unpacking and storing things in a little better way than we did it when we hastily moved out of the house. So this is my new space, my morning space, my workout space. I have a rower that we pull in and out of here because it's on wheels, so that helps. So today, this is week 4. Last week and this week we're working on the form waving hands like clouds. So I just want to cover a few practice tips. Most of you are starting to get this. Some of you got it completely. Some of you are struggling with it a little bit. In my mind, this is probably the most complicated of the forms, partly because of where it shows up. It's a fairly complicated form that shows up very early in the class. We will have one at the very end, grasping the peacock's tail, which is arguably more complex, but by the time we get there, you will have nearly all of the movements available to you, and it's just a matter of putting them together in a sequence. So waving hands like clouds. First off, the footwork. So it's a side step. So normally when we're stepping out to the side, we're coming back into cat stance immediately. This one we've got multiple steps going on. So we're going to step to the side, and then we're going to step, but not all the way in. Shift a little bit of weight over to that foot that just stepped in, and then step out again. So these are small steps. I mean, if you want to make them bigger steps, you are certainly welcome to do that. It doesn't change the way the form is conducted at all. It's just what's comfortable for you. We're moving sideways, a slight weight shift to be able to free up the other leg to move. So that's the footwork, going back and forth. And again, we have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth step is just a step into the setup to go the other direction. The handwork. The essential here is that both hands are coming across the lower body first, and then up across the face. So it's low to high, low to high. The hand that leads is the hand corresponding to the direction we're moving. So if I'm moving this way, that bottom hand is going to lead. But remember, we're coming across the low and then coming across the high. We do a movement in the mindful movement class we call Tiger Washes His Face, which is essentially the same work with the hands, and it looks like this. We shift the weight over to one side, draw the hand across the face. It continues through. It spirals out here on the side, floats across the lower body, and then comes back. So to get that motion, just do it with one hand. So coming across the body low, coming across the body high. Low to high, low to high. And get it so both hands are doing that. It's always low to high, low to high. We have seen a little bit of this low to high, high to low. That's incorrect, and it will just confuse you when you get ready to get over to set up to go the other direction. And then putting the hands together, low to high, low to high, low to high, low to high. When does that second hand start? When you begin the step in. So low hand, high hand. So that's putting those all together. So the whole form, I'll turn around so that I'm going the direction I'm talking about. So we're starting in right ball in that cat stance. We take a side step, let the left hand float out across, and then we step in, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. That's 3 full ones, so that fourth step puts us into left ball. Going the other way, step out right, left follows, right, left follows, one more, left, right, left follows, and then that last step, we just step into right ball. So those are the mechanics of how that one works. We'll obviously continue to work on that through the rest of the course, and as I mentioned, I believe to both classes now, once we get to the fourth form, we start backloading the repetitions on the forms later in the set. Holding the ball, you've done over and over and over again. Every move starts and ends there, so we get a lot of practice with that one. Parting the horse's mane, that one we've got pretty easy. A little reminder there though, You start off in the ball position. Low hand has got the palm up, high hand palm down. As you go through the movement, the palms stay in that orientation. So as you step out in parting the horse's mane, like you're presenting somebody something, keep the palm facing up. And then when you step up, that's when you flip the palms over to catch the ball again. So next week, we begin the 5th week. So after week 4, you were a third of the way through the class. We add a form next week, fending off the monkey, which is why we've been practicing the backward stepping. So do a little bit of this every day. Try to get 4 steps in. So come 4 steps forward. Nothing fancy about the stepping here. We're going to simplify the form. Stepping back, stepping back, stepping back, stepping back. Fending off the monkey has what I feel like is a sort of awkward set of mechanics, and we're going to smooth that out a little bit. We've done the walking where we take a step back and then we come back into the cat stance before taking the next step. This is the only form we're going to step all the way through. So we're going to step back and take another step back right away, and only then are we going to stop and work our way into the cat stance again to prepare for the form that follows. We'll probably do 2 forms in week 5. So fending off the monkey, the one that comes after that is called brush knee. Very simple, looks just like parting the horse's mane, footwork wise. The hands are a little bit different. So we put a little space between parting the horse's mane and brush knee, so to get you out of the thinking of this, so that we can do this instead. End of week 4, I will see my Wednesday group today. I'll see my Thursday group tomorrow, and that'll put us a third of the way through the class. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.